Hey, my people. So welcome back for part 6 of the incident that happened at Olive Garden on May 2nd. Trigger warning, if you have a service dog and you can't hear stories where your service dog is messed with or where something has caused you to have a panic attack, please scroll on because I don't want to trigger anyone. So I'm with the manager and she's trying to get me to take an alcoholic beverage to calm my nerves. I try explaining to her that, I can't have alcohol. And I wouldn't want one to calm my nerves. I don't do that. That's how addiction starts. So she's like, well, what do you want me to do about this? I'm like, well, give me the name of the employee. Well, you didn't get a name, so we don't know who it is. I told you where she was at. She's like, well, can we get you a dessert or something, compensate that way or something? And I went, we are here for my daughter's birthday, and now it is ruined because I don't want to be in this place any longer. I need to get out of here. She's like, oh, well, we can just box up all your stuff and you can just go. And I'm like, well, I'm going to leave that decision up to my daughter because it's her birthday. So finally, she's like, well, I guess we'll compensate your dinner. Don't worry about it. Just go sit down. She told me to go sit down 2 or 3 times. So I muster what I can to get through the restaurant. You can tell I've been bawling. Squigs is literally pushing into me. People are staring because you can tell I've been crying. Something happened. And I come around the corner and Lily's mom, I almost said her name. Lily's mom was like, what's wrong? Now, this is why I said earlier that it was important to know the way Squigs was sitting. Because this time when we came back, he went as far up underneath the table as he could and planted his face into the wall. He didn't want to see people. I explained to her what happened. And she's like, well, try to calm down a little bit because you're really elevated. And I'm like, well, yeah. And she goes, well, I don't blame you. I couldn't eat the rest of my dinner. Lily couldn't eat the rest of her dinner. The night was just ruined. The waiter kept coming over and asking if I was okay, if there was anything else he could get for me, if there was anything he could do to help. And then he goes, well, I'll go get you your bill. And I'm like, the manager said she's compensating me. She's taking care of it. He goes, okay, well, let me confirm that with her and then I'll be right back. And he comes back and he goes, you guys are welcome to go anytime you want. He boxed up our food and stuff for us. I did end up giving him a $20 tip because it's not his fault what happened. He was actually a very good waiter. We ended up coming home, having cake and stuff here at the house for her birthday. But this has affected Squigs. Since the incident happened, we've had to be out in public a couple of times. And every time someone comes near him, he jumps over close to me and pushes into my legs. Like he's scared he's going to be grabbed and manhandled again. This poor dog has been kicked by someone who thought he was a stuffed dog at Walmart and wanted to see if he'd move. He's had oranges and fruit thrown at him by a kid because I said you couldn't pet him. Had a group of 20-somethings try to run off with him one day. The instances at Walgreens where he was hurt by employees there. And now this. How much is a person supposed to fucking take? When is enough enough? I'm still traumatized over this. And I know he is. I don't know what to do anymore.